All right, guys. Well, just to review the last lessons you had, I think was lesson 3 or whatever lesson it was. I think it was lesson 3. You learned chords, right? So you learned C, F, and G were the same. And then you learned D, E, and A were the same. And then you learned B was by itself, right? So hopefully you've been practicing that. If not, go back, practice it again, practice it as much as you can. Try to do 5-10 minutes a day just watching that video. It's very short. Just practice over and over, get used to it. The chords you're going to learn today are going to learn these ones. So right now you learned, the last lesson you learned the chords all the way for the white chords, right? All the white notes, right? Now I'm going to teach you these chords up here. Well, before, remember how I showed you C, F, and G were the same? Well, kind of same thing is going to be these notes. You're going to have C sharp or D flat, D sharp or E flat, and now you're going to have this one, which is G sharp or A flat. These three are going to be the same chords. Just like C, F, and G, you kind of just picked up and slid over. It's going to be the same thing for these chords. So I'm going to take my C and just slide it up. Just slide it up and slightly over. So now I have these three. I have C sharp, F, and G sharp. So that's my C sharp note. See these two right here? A lot of times people want to play this one. Remember a little trick. It's always going to be the second one for now. So you're going to have C sharp because that's your root note. And then F. And then this middle one out of the three, which is G sharp or A flat. So those three right there. So that's C sharp. But since those other two are the same, just like C, F, and G, you just picked up and slid over. Here's my C sharp. I'm going to pick up, slide over to D sharp. Boom. It feels exactly the same. D sharp, G, and then this third one, which is B flat or A sharp, right? Can you see that? So E flat, G, and then B flat right here. Again, I have my middle finger just kind of hovering because I'm playing with my ring. A lot of people do this with these three. It's fine in the beginning, but then when you get more active in the future, you want to get used to that ring finger. So I just let my middle finger hover over. But whatever helps you right now is totally fine. If you want to do it like that, that's cool. So again, C sharp, slide over, pick up and slide over. D sharp or E flat. And then now you're going to slide all the way over to G sharp or A flat. You're going to pick up, so C sharp, D sharp, slide all the way over. Your thumb always goes on your root. Let the other ones fall in. And same thing, here's two more. You always want to play the second one, right now at least. And it falls in. So that's your first group. Go ahead and go through that a couple times. If you want to pause the video, go ahead and do that. And then there's only two more, right? Because there's only 5 notes. I just taught you 3 or 5 notes up here, so 5 chords. I just taught you 3 out of the 5. The other 2 are going to be different. So practice your C sharp, D sharp, G sharp, or again, you could say D flat, E flat, A flat. And I'm going to put a little, test on there. You'll go back and forth to recognize those. So practice those a little bit, and we'll get to it. I'm going to teach you the other ones. So I taught you these 3. Now I'm going to teach you these ones. So let's start with F sharp. F sharp is really easy. Put your thumb on it, right? And let the other 2 fall in place. It's going to be just all black keys. Look at this. So F sharp, A sharp, and C sharp. Or if you want to call them flats, that's okay too, for B flat, G flat, D flat. So F sharp, super easy. Just those 3 right there. Again, your fingering feels right. If your finger's over here, it sounds weird, whatever, it just feels off. And so, but now my fingers feel good. So it's just all black chords, black notes for F sharp. Very easy. Now to get to the last one, remember when I taught you the white keys down here, the B, I said 1 was down, 2 was up, 1 down, 2 up. Well, B flat is kind of the same thing, just opposite. Now I'm going to have 1 up and 2 down here. So B flat, and my other notes are going to be in between here, my D and my F. So B flat. Does that make sense? B flat, D, F. B, just like B was kind of to itself, B flat is kind of by itself. So the 2 notes, the 2 chords you just learned right now, F sharp, all black keys, and then B flat, 1 up, 2 down. And it's still that second one over here, not this one. It sounds weird, or it's not that. It's right in between, and the F one right here. B flat, D, and F. So pause the video if you want again. Let's go through those different progressions or different, you know, chords, and you keep practicing. It's just a practice over and over. It's like basketball. You're shooting free throws just to practice. It's like baseball. You're taking grounders, taking some pitching. You're just practicing. So the notes you learned today were all the black keys up here. One group, and then your other two, F sharp and B flat. There you go. I'll see you next lesson.